After your explant surgery, getting lots of rest, walking multiple times a day, and eating healthy are things that you should definitely be doing. But what should you be avoiding that first month after explant surgery, which is the most crucial month for your healing and recovery? In this video, I'm gonna go over 8 of the top things that I would avoid the first month after your explant surgery. And I'm gonna go in the order of kind of like the least important to the most important thing that you will want to avoid. But before we get into that, hello and welcome back to all of my loyal subscribers, and welcome if you are new to this channel. My name is Christina. I'm the founder of Size Happy, the admin of The Best Facebook group on Facebook, Breast Implant Illness, Rejuvenation, and Education with Christina. And you can also find me on Instagram at I am Size Happy. The first thing that you will want to avoid is laying on your stomach and even laying on your side. So your surgeon should recommend that you lay on an incline for at least like the first month after your surgery. And what this does is it just helps with swelling and it helps things settle much better. The second thing you'll want to avoid is moving your arms around too much, lifting too much, carrying too much, anything with any kind of upper body movement. That first month after your explant surgery, you do want to try to keep your arms as close to your sides as much as possible, especially if you've had a breast lift. If you do end up moving your arms too much and lifting too much, you will feel it and you could have a little bit more swelling. So just keep that in mind. The third thing you'll want to avoid is going swimming, taking a bath up to your incisions, and basically just submerging your incisions in water because you don't want to mess up the incisions and potentially mess up the scarring and how your incisions are going to heal. With that being said though, something that I did that was really helpful to me and my husband was when I would shower, I would take a bath, but I would only put the water like up to my belly button, and I would wash my body that way, and then I would have him help me with my hair. If I needed to relax a little bit more, again, I would just put the water up to my belly button and just kind of sit there. I'm a mermaid, so being in the water just really helps me to relax and get more centered. So you can do that. You just want to make sure that you're not putting that water up to your incisions and soaking them for multiple minutes at a time. Fourth thing you want to avoid is sweating too much, whether it be from walking, exercising, going in a sauna, anything where you are sweating too much, where it could really aggravate your incisions, you'll want to avoid that as well. Numbers 5 through 8 are like my top things to avoid right after your explant surgery. And the fifth thing is detoxing or detox supplement or following a detox protocol. Anything that can force or facilitate a detox or pushing toxins out of your cells and out of your tissues, I would avoid that at all costs for at least the first month after your explant, because you just want to allow your body to heal at its own pace and detox and cleanse at its own pace without forcing anything upon it. Now, this would include detox teas, detox pills, even binders I would personally avoid, and just keeping your supplements to like a minimum after your explant, such as like probiotic, vitamin C, magnesium, all the things that are really going to help support your immune system and your gut. The sixth thing to avoid is comparing your symptoms to others who may have explanted around the same time as you. I see this all the time, and we all need this reminder because when you're online, you can compare everything to everybody else. But when it comes to your symptoms and your expectations on how fast you should be healing or what symptoms you expected to be gone first, it is really important to just focus in on yourself and your own recovery and healing journey after your explant. Because in all honesty, we don't know what the other person is doing or taking or avoiding. For instance, you might be on medication and you might have the MTHFR mutation and you might live a very stressful life. And maybe she's not on medication and she doesn't have the MTHFR mutation and she has a very stress-free life. And so maybe she's just able to heal and recover a little bit better and a little bit faster than you. And number 8 is going to tie all this in together. Before we get into number 8, the 7th thing to avoid is to compare your body and your breasts and how they look and their shape and their size and how the incisions look, like all of that to other women online. I know it's so easy to do this after explant surgery, and especially if you're small like me, we can be like, oh, she looks so good. And then we can start to feel again more inadequate and more unlovable on this end of the journey, which should be so exciting and really focused on health. Again, just focusing in on yourself and realizing, wow, like my breasts over the last decade or two, like they've been through enough. I think it's time for me to just love them and appreciate them and adore them, how they look in their natural form. They've been through me, like for me, for instance, in my teens and early 20s, not loving them. And then in my mid 20s, getting breast implants and then getting sick from the breast implants and then not liking how they looked because they were rippled and bottomed out, and then realizing I had toxins in them. So it's been such a journey with me and the relationship I've had to my breasts. And so after explanting, getting into a more healthier, loving relationship with your breasts is going to be so important. The last thing to avoid after explant surgery is losing hope and feeling discouraged and having doubt, whether it's because your symptoms aren't going away as fast as you had hoped or you don't look the way that you had hoped. Again, it's just having that mindset of gratitude and focusing more on health and taking away the focus and the attention that might be on your breast size or some of your symptoms. So those are the 8 things to be avoided. I'm going to include some more information down below in the description area. But if there are some other things that have popped up in your mind that you think should be avoided after explant surgery, definitely let us know down in the comments below.